Yesterday, due to some technical problems, I could not start with the proposed live session. And today also, I was late due to some admission procedure. And thereafter, I declared to join the session when I started, but nobody appeared. However, I am sending this video so that whatever I planned today, I can convey it to you through this media. So today actually I wanted to talk about the crop water requirement and reservoir planning. So crop water requirement and reservoir planning, these are two separate entities. However, both are interdependent. In crop water requirement, we decide the total quantity of water demand required for an agricultural field, and accordingly whatever total quantity is required in a one season, cropping season, that much quantity is to be stored in the reservoir of a dam. So accordingly the planning is done of the reservoir. So first we determine the water demand by calculating the water demand for the crops in different cropping seasons, and accordingly we design the reservoir capacity of the reservoir. Again, the capacity of the reservoir depends upon the different dimensions, particularly height of the dam, actually the different control levels of the dam. So to start with the crop water requirement, we must know about the different cropping seasons: Kharif season, Rabi season, hot weather season, 8 monthly season, and perennial, that is annual season. These are 5 important seasons, and the period of each season is given here. 15th of June to 14th of October is a Kharif season. So now which season is in progress? That is Kharif season. The different crops which are to be actually taken during this season includes rice, jawar, cotton, tur, groundnut, maize, bajri, etc. Depending upon the practices that are adopted in the different fields, different parts of the country and different parts of Maharashtra. The weather condition is normally warm and humid during this season, and whatever crops are there, normally it requires a base period of 123 days. I will tell you about this base period later on. So the other seasons, Rabi season, from the end of the Kharif season, Rabi season starts. From the end of the after the end of the Rabi season, the hot weather season starts, and again after that Kharif season will start. So actually 3 seasons are important. 8 monthly season, when the water is supplied and the crops are taken during this period of time, 8 months of time, 15th of June to 14th of February. That includes only 2 seasons, that is Kharif and Rabi. That is 8 monthly season. Sometimes if the water is available throughout the season, throughout the year, then we can go for a perennial season, that is annual. So from 15th of June of this year to 14th of June to next year, the water is made available, and we can take some special type of additional crops, or the crops which require more water in more quantity, say sugar cane, orchards, म्हणजे फ्रूटचे बगीचे, then banana crops, grapes, etc. So we often use these two terms, that is base period and a duty, with respect to the crops. Actually base period and crop period with respect to the crops. Now the base period is more important. Actually it is a period in number of days from first watering at the time of sowing of the crop to the last watering before harvesting. around 5 minutes. Whereas the crop period is the period in number of days a crop takes from the instant of its sowing to that of its harvesting. So if we compare these two, we find that the base period is less than that of the crop period. So crop period is actually not mentioned in this formula. Base period is more important. B, indicated by B. Then one more term is there that is important, that is delta, by means of a triangle that is indicated here. So delta is nothing but the total depth of the water in centimeters required by a crop to come to the maturity. Suppose 10 centimeter of depth of water is required for one watering for a crop, and throughout the base period, suppose say base period is 120 days, and after every 10 days, suppose watering is to be done. So in that case the number of watering will be 12, and each time 10 centimeter depth is required, that means 10 into 12. So 120 centimeter is the total depth of water, that is delta, that is required for that particular crop up to the maturity. So that is the meaning of delta. Then duty is also one more important term that is used with respect to the crops and crop seasons. It is the area, irrigable area in hectares, irrigated by 1 cubic meter per second of water supplied continuously throughout the crop period for a particular crop. So if we supply the water at the rate of 1 cubic meter per second, 1 cubic, throughout the crop period, then whatever total area that will be irrigated, that is indicated in terms of duty. So it is present in this formula. Capital D is duty, and that is expressed as hectare per cubic. The unit of duty is hectares per cubic. The capital B, that is base period, is in days, and delta, that is expressed in centimeter or meter. So based upon this, of course, in detail we shall see in forthcoming my videos. Now, why this data is required? So this data here you can see, if the reservoir planning is to be done, it means mainly we have to decide the capacity of the reservoir, how much quantity of water will be deposited or required to be deposited in that reservoir. तर हे आपल्याला काढायचं असते. And also we have to decide at what rate the water should be available in the agricultural field through the canal. तर आपल्याला कॅनलचं डिझाईन डिस्चार्ज पण काढायचं असते. So two things are to be done in the design of the dams or design of the reservoir. One is determination of capacity of the reservoir, and second is the determination of design discharge of the canal. So for this so many data are required, out of which duty, delta and base period are important. Beside this, the remaining things are given in this list that we will go in detail whenever we will deal with this particular topic. So it is quite natural that if we want a good reservoir planning, we must be able to improve the duty. Improve the duty means with a constant rate of water supply, more area should be irrigated. म्हणजे एका पर्टिक्युलर कॉन्स्टंट रेटनी जर पाणी पुरवठा करण्यात येत असेल कॅनलद्वारे, तर जेवढा जास्तीत जास्त एरिया हा इरिगेट होऊ शकेल, अंडर वॉटर आपण आणू शकू. सो दॅट इज इम्प्रूविंग द ड्युटी. So different methods are discussed here that we shall discuss in detail in forthcoming videos related with this topic. Proper method of applying method म्हणजे जी चांगली मेथड असेल वॉटर सप्लाय करण्याची टू द ॲग्रिकल्चर फील्ड, स्प्रिंकलर सिस्टीम, फरो सिस्टीम, ड्रिप सिस्टीम, proper tilling of farms, whatever farms are there, it should be properly maintained, its slope, etc. It should be properly leveled. Then training to the farmers regarding the use of water economically. Then lining of the canals there so that losses should not be there. Proper maintenance of the canal. using the appropriate variety of manure and seed fertilizer. So fertilizer should be used good, and similarly seed of the crop that is sown, that should also be good. Then assessing the irrigation water on volumetric basis for water taxes. Then volumetric method for the assessment. Parallel canal should be constructed. The layout of the canal, how the layout of the canal should be like this. These are the different things that should be observed. As I told you, for the determination of the reservoir planning, deciding the capacity of the reservoir, the height of the dam plays an important role. And what should be the height of the dam? So the top of the dam, what should be the height of the dam up to the top? That can be decided. But before that, what should be the minimum water level so that the water can be taken out in the canals? That is also important. What should be the full reservoir level above which the water should be allowed to pass through the river original stream? Then what should be allowable height of the dam to accommodate the flood water? What is the danger level above which the dam may fail, and therefore we should take care between the water levels in between full reservoir level and high flood level. And what should be the freeboard, that is the additional height of the dam, so that the waves of the water should not overtop the dam. Once it will overtop, the dam will collapse, and therefore top dam level should also be decided. So these are all the control levels of the dam. TDL, top dam level; HFL, high flood level; FRL, full reservoir level. It is also called FTL, full tank level. Then the lowest water level, LWL, that is related with the dead storage of the water. So if the water level goes below this level, it cannot be taken out in the canals. It will be there in the reservoir, but it cannot be taken out in the canals. So this is related with the fixing of the control levels of the dam. So therefore the fixing of the control levels of the dam, then the water reservoir planning, and the crop water requirement, all these terms are interrelated. So just this much information I wanted to give you. In yesterday's lecture, it was not possible. I wanted to give it in today's lecture, although it started late, but because of your absence nobody joined. I am sending this information through video so that I need not repeat this again. Thank you.